A lot of times students ask me how much gap is acceptable for study in UK. Well, I may not have the right answer straight away, but yes, depending on the circumstances and the particular profile, we can definitely tell how much gap is accepted. First of all, we need to understand what is a gap. Now, if a student takes an year off or maybe more than an year off, in case he has taken up some short courses or maybe working somewhere or pursuing certain hobby or traveling somewhere, so that time period wherein the student was not enrolled in a formal degree course, we can call it as a gap. So these are some reasons of gap in the education. And about the UK universities, I can say that up to 2 years of gap is acceptable in case of undergraduate studies, and up to 5 years gap is acceptable for postgraduate studies. So this is in general, but yes, there have been cases where we have got study visas for students in the master's program with more than 10 years of gap. The only thing was that we could justify the gap in a proper manner. How can we justify if a student was studying in some short courses, etc.? You can show the admission letters and all. If the students were working, then the documents related to the job which can properly showcase that the student was working. And if a student was preparing for certain exams and all, the admit cards, etc., can be used for justifying the gap. But all in all, I can say that one has to be true, and one has to be very clear about why the gap was there, so that there is no ambiguity, and need to keep the reasons quite positive. You can do that by showcasing this in the statement of purpose, or maybe at the time of interview, whenever there is an interview from the university or from the visa office, and you need to be ready with all your answers in a right manner, right? And last but not the least, one should be able to convince the university or the visa office that he or she is now ready for further studies. So your application, your interview, or your statement of purpose should strongly show that you are ready for further studies, and your actions should be very very clear, or your intention should be very very clear, right? So if you have any particular profile to discuss, do contact Mind Global. Our experienced counselors will be more than happy to help you. Thank you.